Chapter 2 Lodz, Poland. It is spring. The smell of fresh paint blends with the fresh scent of the new season. Spring, warm and gentle, brings the beautiful holiday of freedom, Pesach, or Passover. The hustle of Pesach is in full swing. The homes are aired, cleaned, and painted. Excitement is in the air. The long-awaited guest is coming to remind us of the joys of freedom and the bitterness of slavery. Mama is busy sewing new clothes for her 7 children. Chaos would not be the same without new clothes and new shoes. She sings a Yiddish song, pushing the pedal of the sewing machine to the rhythm of the tune. Tell me, children, if you know, what is this dear holiday called? Her song and the sound of the sewing machine ring happily all through the house. Mrs. Grubner, our landlady, pokes her silver-gray head through the open door of our apartment. Natcha, she calls her rugged voice. Don't forget to order your matzos today. The holiday is almost here. I see you still have a lot to do to get ready. Her eyes take in every little detail of our busy home and stop to rest for a moment on the table laden with all kinds of fabric. And remember to make something for my Harry for Piotr, she adds, still standing by the open door, too busy to come inside. Mama smiles back and calls back. I ordered matzos already, Mrs. Grubner. I will be ready for Piotr in time, don't worry. From the pile of fabric she picks up black satin and silver braid. This, Mrs. Grubner, is for your grandson Harry, for his new peasant shirt, the same shirt that I am making for my sons. You know, Harry is one of my kids, too. Mrs. Grubner smiles her approval, leaving to make rounds of her other tenants to make sure they are all ready to greet the holiday with honor. She stops to admire her pride and joy, the huge oak tree in the yard, its strong branches covered with blossoms. I have the job of cleaning our windows for the holidays, and I see Mrs. Grubner standing under the tree, proud and stately, just like that old oak tree. I see the tree covered with big green leaves, spreading out its branches like a beautiful umbrella, and even now, when it is first beginning to sprout. On hot summer days, I see our tired neighbors sitting in the tree's shade, trying to solve the problems of the world. It is so much easier to solve world problems in the shade of a huge oak tree. I often hear them say, "What pleasure, such a tree." I look at Mrs. Grubner again. I am 13 years old, and I have known her all my life. My mother was born in this house, and Olga, Mrs. Grubner's daughter, was also born here. Olga's 13-year-old son, Harry, is like a member of my family. I have brothers and sisters, but Harry is an only child and spends most of his time with us. They all speak Yiddish, celebrate the holidays with us, share our lives. It is hard to believe they are not Jewish. They are so much a part of our world, in happiness and in sorrow. If one of us takes sick, Mrs. Grubner is the first to come running with her remedies and treats. If we play too loudly, she is the first to scold us. Slow down, you'll break a leg. Your mother has plenty to worry about without your kids giving her more trouble. Mama is a widow, supporting 7 young children. She runs a tailor factory and works very hard to be able to send us to private schools. She gives us the best she can in a home filled with love. We are all happy, surrounded by friends we can trust and count on. The lovely Piotr passes, and spring turns into summer. The discussions under the oak tree are loud and full of worry. Words like war and Hitler are part of the daily vocabulary. Reserve soldiers are being recalled for duty. It is believed to be only a precaution. Poland is strong, I hear Moyash, our neighborhood optimist. We have nothing to worry about. The world will not let Hitler take over Poland. But the world let Hitler take over Austria and Czechoslovakia, Yankel voices his view. Henry and I sit on the grass near the tree and listen. I am frightened as I look at the faces of our neighbors. Their eyes are so full of fear and sadness. They know war brings hunger, pain, death. I look at Harry. Our eyes meet. Silently we take each other's hand. Harry's gentle touch makes me feel safer. Why would anybody want to hurt us? We are only children. No reason to be afraid. No reason to panic. But panic and hysteria slowly take over. Stories about German spies, rumors about traitors among people spread like fire, out of control. One day an angry mob surrounds Harry, shouting, "He is a spy! He is sending secrets to the Germans! He is a German! His ancestors were Germans! Kill him! Kill him!" Harry's face is pale and stricken with terror. He is begging, "Please let me go! Don't hurt me! I am not a spy! Please!" I see Harry pushed against the wall, his shirt torn. I scream, "Leave him alone! He is my brother! He is not a German! You are all mad!" They are mad. They do not know what they are doing. They will hurt my friend. I know he is not a spy. I see Mama. Like a tigress pushing forward to protect her young, her eyes flashing, her voice raging, she places herself in front of Harry. "What are you doing?" she shouts. "He is only a child. We all know him. He was born here, grew up with our children. He is one of us, our child. You will have to kill me before you touch a hair on his head. Go home and calm down." She looks at the faces around her. There is a sudden silence, painful silence. They are leaving. Mama holds Harry close to her. He is trembling. She whispers gently, "It is over. You are safe now." Harry is crying. I cry with him. What crazy, crazy people. How could Harry, his mother, his grandmother, do anything to hurt us? They're friends. Only because they have German ancestors. They are not Germans. They are part of our family.